Is it better to be liked or to be respected? Hello, everyone. Welcome to Joe the Lawyer. Today I'm going to talk about whether it's better to be liked or to be respected, specifically in the context of the legal field in dealing with judges and other lawyers. However, the advice and the principles that I'm about to talk about can be applied to any area of life. So thank you for tuning in. Let's do a quick same time sit before we begin. I have here my patented favorite coffee here, Dunkin' Donuts, free plug. Same time sip. I also got my cold beverage here. I like drinking. I like drinking a hot beverage and then a cold beverage, or a cold beverage and then a hot beverage. Who enjoys that as well? Delicious. Poisonous but delicious. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Wait to the end, watch the video, see if you like it. Okay, it's a great way to support my show, support my content. It's free. It lets me know you're watching, you are enjoying the show. It also lets YouTube know that I have viewers, I have people who are watching and are enjoying my content. Great way to incentivize me to make more videos and reward me, and it's completely free. So today we're going to talk about whether it's better to be liked or to be respected. And I'm going to start off with a little bit of history, philosophy. Some of you may be familiar with the Renaissance political writer Machiavelli. And he posed this question. If you read political philosophy, I was a political science major, like half the attorneys out there, all right, but I really enjoyed it. I geeked out on that stuff. I was a nerd on it. But Machiavelli posed the question of whether it is better to be liked. He posed it like this: whether it's better to be feared or to be loved. And he argued that you want to be feared and loved as a leader, okay, in any context. You want to be both feared and loved. However, he stated that it was better to be feared than loved if you have to choose between one or the other in a given situation. Fast forward to modern times, it's 2019, okay? I'm not out there trying to make anybody fear me. But the question that I have is it better to be respected or to be liked? Which I think is the same question really at its essence. But we're talking 2019, better to be respected or to be liked. So for instance, in my job, one of the toughest issues that we must deal with as an attorney when we take on a client and a case is whether or not a judge or another attorney on the case may be biased in some way. There may be some relationship or a conflict of interest that arises, all right? And the only way I can deal with that for my clients is by bringing it to the attention of the court. And by bringing it to the attention of the court and making it public, you're also communicating to the other side that you believe that they're biased, that they can't be fair in this case. Okay? And that is something that an attorney, a law firm may take personally. They may take it as an insult. They say, this other lawyer thinks that I can't be fair. Of course I'm fair. Of course everybody thinks they're fair. Okay, so when you bring that up to a court, it's probably going to cause that other lawyer and perhaps even the judge to not like you, because that's a little bit of a faux pas in the practice of court, because the practice of law, you see, because all attorneys and judges are, it's true, there's a bit of a brotherhood, a sisterhood of lawyers, right? A respect amongst enemies and combatants. Even though I'm on the other side with another attorney, they are my opponent. Okay, we have mutual respect for each other, and the majority of the time, that's a good thing. All right, we can go to war, we can go to combat, we can have a trial, litigate a case aggressively, and at the end of the day, we don't take it personally. But when you bring up bias or conflicts, the other side may take it personally. And It's my opinion that a lot of attorneys would fear bringing up an issue like this because it could lead to those other attorneys not liking them. A lot of attorneys, they want everybody to like them. And again, it can be a good tactic. It's a good strategy if other lawyers and judges like you. However, if it's at the expense of you bringing up an important issue, okay, you have a decision to make. Do you want this attorney to continue to like you, or do you want to bring up this important issue? And that's where the issue, the idea of respect comes in. Okay, because they may not like you for it. All right. But it's my opinion that they will respect you for it, okay? And that other people will respect you for it because it shows that you are serious, that you take the law seriously, you take your job seriously, and you're interested in what's in the best interest of your client, and also, hopefully, what is right. Every attorney, this has been stated by the Supreme Court and in multiple opinions, every attorney has a duty to zealously advocate on behalf of their client. That's what attorneys are. We're advocates. We know the law, so the voice of our client is to flow through us, okay? I represent people who have done reprehensible things. Okay, reprehensible things, and it is my job to go in there and to do everything I can to help that individual out and say everything I can within the rules of professional conduct and ethics, okay, to help that person despite what they may have done in the past. All right, that's my job, is to zealously advocate. And what happens, again, is a lot of attorneys would rather be liked than to zealously advocate on behalf of their client. Now, I'm not saying you fall on every sword, all right, or fight every single battle. You have to look at every decision that you make and say, well, I could bring up this bias issue. I could bring up this conflict of interest issue. Listen, if the issue is minor or has no chance, you may not want to sacrifice being liked for it. But if it's important enough, you need to bring it up, even if that person is not going to like you, okay? There's other instances as well in the law where you may have to point out to a judge that she or he was wrong about something. Nobody likes to be told that they are wrong. All right, that's like a little chink in the armor, a little kick to the gut. All right, and the judge, you may lose some points with that judge for doing something like that. However, you are going to gain their respect. So you may lose something in the like category, but gain something in the respect category. The same is true as if you're in trial and you need to object to an attorney or point out that something, the other attorney said was stupid or dumb or wrong. But in order to do your job effectively, you have to call that lawyer out. And that lawyer's feelings are going to be hurt. All right? But you have to do what is right for your client, what is right as your duty to zealously advocate, and it's going to cause you to lose some points with that other attorney. You don't want to lose points with a jury in a trial, but hopefully you gain points by doing something like that. And there's something to be said for how you do it. Do it in a respectful manner. However, don't be afraid to open your mouth when you know you are right, even if it's going to hurt the feelings of another judge or another attorney, because your like level may power down, but your respect level is going to power up. I practice law. I want most people to like me. However, I'm not afraid to make some enemies if it's in pursuit of doing the right thing for my client or doing the right thing within the law and zealously advocating, doing the right thing for my ethical duties, okay, that I took an oath to do. So if it's going to cost maybe a relationship with another attorney, or damage that relationship, cause them to not like me, all right, if it's the right thing to do, it's going to raise my respect level. So that's my approach to the practice of law, and that's my approach to life in general. Is I want everybody to like me, and I'm always nice and polite to people at first. Until they give me a reason not to be, and if they come at me, I'm going to come back at them. I'm going to always I'm going to retaliate. However, at the end of the day, I think it's better to be respected than to be liked. Just like Machiavelli said, it's better to be feared than it is to be loved. And we live in different times today, so I think the better way to put it is that it's better to be respected than to be liked, because if people lose respect for you, in your professional manner, and the way that you carry yourself or practice law, that's a lot harder to get that back than to get back the fact that they like you. And if a person takes something personally when they shouldn't, all right, if you did it for a higher good, you can always explain it in that manner. You can tell them, if they ever did confront you about it, a judge or somebody else, you can say, look, I did what was best for my client, all right, and within the law, and I was within ethics, it was something that I had to do. And I think that's even more important with a judge, because you need to let them know that you're a serious legal practitioner. Okay, you're there to advocate for your client. You're not there to get the judge to like you. All right, and some lawyers are there and they just want the judge to like them, and you can just see it, everything they do. Okay. I have tremendous respect for the bench. And I always address judges, Your Honor, and like I said, there's a way to do things and say things. But I believe that it is better to be respected than to be liked. And when your professional duty calls on you to do something that is going to, like calling out a conflict of interest or a bias, or saying another attorney or judge is wrong, I think you have to do it, because that will earn you respect, even if that individual doesn't like you. And these are not easy decisions, and I'm not saying to do it every time, but when you know you're right, you need to assert yourself. And even if it costs you maybe somebody liking you, it's better to be respected than liked. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Joe the Lawyer. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share. It's a free way to support the show. Get YouTube to support me and to incentivize me to make more videos. Joe the Lawyer out. Thank you.